External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj is arriving in Kathmandu today for the meeting of foreign ministers of Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral, Technical and Economic Cooperation. The visit assumes significance and she will also be meeting her Bhutanese counterpart, Damacho Dorji, on the sidelines of the visit. Also, there have been a number of recent attacks on India in Nepalese parliament on the issue of Doklam. Now, according to Chinese daily Global Times, two Nepalese organizations, the Nepal-China Mutual Cooperation Society and the Greater Nepal Nationalist Front, have in fact expressed support for China's stance on the Doklam region. The two organizations have made statements in Nepali media to support China and asked India to withdraw its troops from the Doklam. And the statement was published in Nepal's Saurya Daily. Now, Prem Sagar Podal, the chairman of Nepal-China Multi-Cooperation Society, said, and I quote, "We totally support China's stance and sincerely ask India to respect China's territorial integrity and sovereignty. We agree with China's request to India to withdraw its troops from the Doklam region," end quote. Sushma Swaraj would need to tackle such voices from Nepal that supports China. She's expected to meet senior political leaders besides just the President and the Prime Minister of Nepal. The two-day meeting of the foreign ministers, in fact, is likely to finalize a date for the fourth summit and to assess the review progress made by the grouping so far. And we have a senior correspondent, Ramesh Ramachandran, also joining us on the program. Ramesh, what more details? Certainly a lot of pressure on Sushma Swaraj to call the cards here. She needs all her aces.
Indeed, so this is going to be a two-pronged visit by Sushma Swaraj, the Indian foreign minister, to Nepal. One, officially, ostensibly, is to attend the ministerial meeting of the BIMSTEC group. This is a sub-regional group comprising five South Asian countries and two Southeast Asian economies, namely Myanmar and Thailand. So she'll be here for this two-day meeting, but also on the margins of this meeting, one can expect Mrs. Swaraj to hold bilateral talks with her counterparts from other countries, namely Bhutan, which incidentally is in the news because of the border standoff on the Doklam Plateau. So clearly, the visit is happening at a time when there is no resolution in sight for the border standoff between and among India, China and Bhutan.
Right. Also, Ramesh, we've heard from the two Nepalese organizations coming out in full support of China, saying that India needs to respect their territorial sovereignty and that Indian troops must back out. How do you think will Sushma Swaraj be able to handle this, or what are the talks likely going to entail?
Well, clearly the two groups that you mentioned are inconsequential, to say the least. They are a friendship forum, an informal, unofficial association, as it were. So their opinion should be taken with a pinch of salt. But that said, officially speaking, at least between the two governments, there seems to be some convergence on the issue of mutual security and interest, namely the security of Nepal vis-a-vis other neighbors, and also from India's perspective as to build a coalition, as it were, to resolve the border standoff on the Doklam Plateau. Clearly, Mr. Swaraj can be expected to hold talks with a Nepalese counterpart, a Bhutanese counterpart, and also other members of the BIMSTEC grouping. So clearly, things are hotting up, and one can expect her to hold talks on the Doklam issue as well.
All right, Ramesh, thank you for joining us on the program and giving us those details and, of course, that analysis.